Is Bryce Harper guilty of wooing, fanboying Mike Trout, or is it just tampering? Because it certainly feels like it's tampering. Here's Bryce Harper on the verbal bouquets he has been throwing Mike Trout's way.
I think that's one thing about this contract that I'm able to do. Having 13 years in a place, I'm able to, help recruit guys to this organization. Ownership understands it. Our manager is awesome, and I can really put, that faith in myself and being able to say, hey, we're going to go about it the right way. We're the Philadelphia Phillies, and we want whoever wants to come to Philly. If you don't want to come to Philly, then don't come. Don't be part of it. But if you want to come and be part of a winning team and a winning culture, then, we're going to need the best players to do that. I think it's respecting Mike Trout in a certain way during the season and letting him play and do the things he needs to do to, of course, be Mike Trout. But if you don't think I'm not going to call Mike Trout in 2020 to have him come to Philly, you're crazy. So,
yeah, maybe do it behind the scenes there. I mean, it's so obvious. And I don't know if the commissioner goes, it's not tampering because it's so obvious. It's so blatant. No, it feels like tampering a little bit here because what you've done is now Mike Trout has to answer. Now the Angels have to answer. Hey, when are you going to get that deal done? And then the longer they go without getting that deal done, then all of a sudden it goes back to, hey, you going to Philadelphia? So it's not being fair to Mike Trout. That's the point of emphasis here. Bryce Harper, I'm sure, is saying, hey, I'd love to have him here. Yeah, I'm sure Mookie Betts would go, I'd love to have Mike Trout here. Aaron Judge would probably go, I'd love to have Mike Trout here. You can't have everybody in the league going, hey, I'd love to have him here. Then you do a disservice to the Angels and Mike Trout, in my opinion, because now Trout has to answer for this. If they're not winning, if they go on a losing streak, hey, you're more likely to leave now? The Angels did contact Major League Baseball over potential tampering charges after Bryce Harper's comments. Now, there's a Sports Illustrated article that talks about this, but I guess the Angels said, hey, we need to stop this. And they do, although I love this because this is what the NBA is. Like, this is good for baseball. I want more of this. Yeah, Paul.
So if you're Rob Manfred, the commissioner of baseball, your sport's being talked about. It's being hyped up, the future of the sport, super teams, which is good for business. Do you publicly fine Bryce Harper? Do you privately give his people a call and say, hey, calm this down? Or do you zero?
I think you, like publicly you have to do it. I think you do. Just to say, we don't want this. It's not fair to the Angels and Mike Trout. And I'm sure that, Bryce Harper, along with a lot of other players on a lot of other teams, would love to have Mike Trout as a teammate, but he is signed with the Angels for a couple more years. And until we get a situation where he might be leaving, then I think it's best for all parties to not be talking about this publicly. But Mike Trout's got to answer to this. I would ask him, what did you think of Bryce Harper's comments? Last time you talked to him. During the year, you're going to, hey, have you talked to Bryce Harper? Like, it stays there. It's not just, I'm openly flirting. I think Bryce Harper's got to realize what this does to Mike Trout. Yeah, Fritzy.
Are Philly fans just loving what Harper's doing, or is there a part, if there's any type of punishment that comes down against the team where they would not turn on him, but they'd be like, why doesn't he just get ready to play?
No, they would love this. Why
completely 100%? They all think it's awesome.
Well, why wouldn't you?
Oh, unless there was some kind of big punishment that went down to that Major League Baseball put that hurt the team. I know it's not coming out of their paycheck.
When they can't fine you like $87 million, they're going to fine you a certain amount.
They can't make him go back to D.C.
No.
I don't think.
All right, we're going to punish you. You got to go back to the Nationals. Yes.
If anything, I love that he's all in. I mean, I know we just gave him $11 billion, but he's like day two. He's like, all right, how do we keep making the team great? I think that's awesome.
I'd have no problem. Yes,
you guys forgetting you have number one Phillies fan in the world right here? What are you, Todd? I'm sitting right next to you. Of course I love it. That's who he's talking to, us.
For more Dan Patrick Show, tune to Audience Channel 239 on DirecTV or download the Dan Patrick Show app.